The theme for today is closure. After my 2 to 3 month remodeling and moving project inevitably turned into a 4 to 5 month endeavor, I realized just recently that it is November now, and my time to bring things to some level of completion in 2024 is growing short, especially with a packed calendar for the last 2 months of the year. So here's a finisher. After the 5 phases of contracted work on my home wrapped up with the HVAC installation and garage floor polishing as shown in part 4, we were left with 3 major tasks to hack away at, sporadically and in fits and spurts between August and October. First was a redistribution of gently used PC hardware via a couple fan meetups. Second was actually and finally moving out of my office, which was kind of the whole point of this undertaking. And third was to actually set up and organize my newly remodeled workspace so I could use it to make videos again. Oh, and there was a hurricane too.
Excellent!
This video is proudly sponsored by Micro Center. If you're looking for awesome tech deals, make your way down to one of the 25 Micro Center retail stores here in the US to avail yourself of their consistently competitive prices, killer combo deals, and their excellent selection of PC hardware, 3D printers, and more. Micro Center's website features their custom PC builder, which allows you to spec out your rig while verifying compatibility at the same time. Then you can build it yourself or have the pros at Micro Center assemble it for you. Approved submissions to their PC Build Showcase earn an in-store coupon. There's a 3D printer promo going on right now, and a new store is opening in Charlotte, North Carolina in early 2024, so click the sponsor link in the description for more. Yes, you heard me right, a hurricane. They're pretty rare in Southern California, but when you have a side yard that's quite full of only partially protected stuff that probably shouldn't get wet, it's not good news to hear about one bearing down on you. This was Hurricane Hilary back in late August, and since my drainage system is still a work in progress, I did what any sensible person would do and built a dike around the area with a couple garden hoses and duct tape. It was completely waterproof, of course, LOL, but thankfully we weren't hit too hard by the cane, and with a bit of supplemental sweeping, I was able to prevent total inundation. What I really needed to do though was clear out more stuff. And to that end, I set up a couple fan meetups, again with much assistance from Joe. The first one was a low-key event which I didn't give much advance notice for, which worked out perfectly as we had a small but enthusiastic group of 10 to 15 people who showed up, many of whom came away with gently used gear at fire sale prices. In case you're wondering, all proceeds from these sales will be donated to support our Extra Life charity livestream, which I'll be hosting with Kyle on Saturday, December 9th, so mark your calendars. There was way too much stuff for just one meetup, so later that month we hosted another one, which Kyle joined in on as well as Joe. I was a bit more organized with the hardware for sale this time, and I even made up a color-coded pricing scheme for all the parts, which sort of made sense, I guess. Also, we provided tacos. I made it to the park. You can hear Kyle's car behind me. There's a lot of variables, a lot of questions to an event like this, such as how many people are going to show up? Is this park a good park to have it at? Is there some sort of kids sporting event picture taking thing going on way down there that's taking up most of the parking we were hoping was going to be open? Yes, but it's all right. I think we still got a spot to use over here. Got some bird poop on your car, Kyle.
Are you documenting our amazing gift at planning events?
Yeah. What do you got there? Some LaCroix?
I've got some LaCroix. I've got some
beverages.
Some GPUs.
Ooh, GPUs, that's good, because that's one thing I don't have very many of.
We got you guys working.
Yeah. Things are coming together. We got food, snacks over here. Joe's documenting.
Tacos.
Kyle's here. Look, people. Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Thanks for showing up, everybody. And we have even organized the goods here from the red section over to the orange section,
Everyone's here for
to the yellow section, and even the green section over here. So we're gonna start drawing some raffle tickets and giving people the chance to get some hardware for charity, for the children.
For the children.
Yay. How's everyone doing? Good. Yeah. Is my system working?
It's working for us up here.
Our first customer. We got some Ryzen compatible DDR4 memory, Tough Air 310 cooler, with the 10400, one of the only CPUs that came, and this X70E Aorus Extreme motherboard. One of the greatest deals here because it's like a $500, $600, $700 motherboard.
Really looking forward to it.
Or $70 here. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
for your donation for Children's Hospital Los Angeles. Brad here just grabbed a few items. We have the Lian Li Uni fans, got a Hyper 212 Evo, and Lexar DDR5 Aries memory.
Yeah, that's actually not even for me. That's for a friend of mine who just built a system and has an anemic 8 gigabytes of DDR5 memory.
So it should be an excellent upgrade. Garrett won an auction or not an auction, a raffle.
A raffle.
A random giveaway. Mike MB67, who often donates and helps out with these giveaways, brought a 4070.
The luckiest man today.
So we got a 4070, probably the luckiest thing just picked up today. And then we got the Master Liquid ML360 RGB all-in-one liquid cooler, and another one of these X670 motherboards. Another great deal for 70 bucks.
Thank you, Paul.
Excellent. Good luck with the build.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we have Brittany and Aubrey here. Brittany scooped up the RTX 2080 Ti Lightning, which may or may not have been used extensively by Joe. I'm honestly not sure which one we ended up with. It's either Joe's, which probably has a fair amount of dust on it, or the other one. And then Aubrey over here got some fans, some ML120 Pros, some Pantex fans, Z370-i motherboard, solid one. And then Kyle is auctioning off some video cards. So what video card is that?
I am not even sure. It doesn't even say on it. It's a Gigabyte.
It's a Gigabyte card. Fan stop technology. This is a 1070. This is a GTX 1070, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, here we go.
All right, this is the highest end card that I have on hand right here. It's the RTX 2080 Super Founders Edition. It's got the nice mirror finish. $60. $60. All right, do I hear 70? 70. Do I hear 80?
Oh,
80.
man.
Do I hear 90? 90. Do I hear 100? 100. Do I hear 110? Do I hear 120? 115. Do I hear 120? 120. Do I hear 130? 130. Do I hear 140? All right, 130. A new challenger has entered. Let's go. 140. Do I hear 150? 150. Do I hear 160? 160. Do I hear a 160? 160. 160.
Yeah.
He's back in the game. What an upset. 160. 160. Do I hear a raise to what? All right. 165. 170.
My God.
Will he raise it? 175. 175. This is insane. Do I hear a 180? Do I hear a 180? It's for the children. Why do you hate children? 180. Do I hear a 180?
It's up to you.
Do I hear a 180? 180. 185. 185. 185 going once. 185 going twice. So. Whoops.
Right, and then it's like, well, it's still working, so I guess until I'm obligated to change, I'll just stay with it.
Juan Caro.
What's your name? Juan. Juan.
Juan Caro, you gotta say it like that.
Juan Caro.
Yeah, exactly.
That wasn't too bad. Tried to roll it hard. All right, we got, this is a freebie, a little sample coaster slider there. We got some Team T-Force Nighthawk memory, Be Quiet, Silent Wings fans. These are really good fans. I almost didn't bring these fans. I was almost like, no, I want those fans. But Joe's motherboard, which has a CPU in it, right? The 6800. This is an amazing haul. We also got an EVGA 650 watt power supply and GeForce GTX 1080 Ti.
Good job.
Well done.
Ooh, that's stock gold, yes.
With my hardware stash culled to a much more reasonable volume, it was time to clear out the office. We had already done a fair amount of work moving stuff out of the office, like getting Joe's L-shaped sit-stand desk out of there, but there was still lots to move out, including lots of wall-mounted stuff. Unfortunately, there was also some really sad news that came in that week. If you guys have been watching this series, you've probably seen Wednesday, Joe's dog, appear from time to time, and unfortunately Wednesday, who was a very old and much loved dog who had a very full life, passed away, and Joe and his girlfriend Sarah were very sad, and with good reason, Joe wasn't able to come and help move out on the final day. Fortunately, Kyle stepped up, and he did help me move the rest of that stuff out, and we were able to clear out the office completely while giving much thought to Wednesday and her legacy. Rip Wednesday, you'll be very missed. You were a very, very good dog.
Feed me, Carbon! Feed me now!
Right, so ta-da! All the furniture's moved. I know there's still stuff on the walls. This has been the kind of day that we've been spending a lot more time working and moving things than getting out the camera and recording things, because It's been a busy day. We've been moving lots and lots of stuff. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon. I think that main desktop island piece was probably the most challenging thing to get back over to the garage. So we're gonna do like 1 or 2 more loads for today, and then tomorrow is the final day I have here to get everything cleared out. So I'll come back over to do a quick vacuum, maybe remove a few of the things that are like mounted up on the walls and stuff. But other than that, we're getting through it. We're almost finished. Kyle, you wanna go to dinner after?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right, here it is. The final morning here in the office. Property management is on their way to do a final pass through and for me to hand off the keys and everything. I think it's in pretty good shape here. I gotta return the bathroom keys and stuff. We did our best to take only memories and leave only footprints. And I guess perhaps also a coat of gray paint to cover up the hideous paint that was in here before. I don't know what else to say. That wraps it up for my time here in this office, which I have occupied for about 13 to 14 months. We extended the lease a little bit beyond the 1-year mark. And even though I'm moving out and moving back to working from my garage, this office has totally served its purpose. It gave me the flexibility to do the upgrades on my home while not also having to like work here at the same time and have 2 spaces for that. So it's very, very much been helpful. So now I get to do the big project of taking all that stuff that I moved out of here, getting it integrated or passed on or set up somehow back home. So let's head back there. Bye, office. It felt very good to wrap up my time at the office, but there was still a ton of work to do getting the garage set back up. And since I knew this would be one of the more drawn out parts of the project, I did not attempt to tackle it all at once. I set up a functional shooting area here in the corner of the garage so I could continue to produce tech news and other videos. And I started to get my storage spaces back in order, since efficient storage will be vital if I don't want my workspace to get overrun with clutter again. So what I'd like to show you now is some pristine shots of the rooms that got worked on, looking super nice and pretty. And I can kind of show you that with our bedroom because I cleaned it up and tidied it a little bit. But the fact is, we live in this house, and so none of the rooms stay clean very long unless we clean them again. So yeah, not too much to see in here. Got the dressers, got the new bed, walls looking nice and shiny and white. We installed some curtains. We've got our table of requirement over here with laundry and stuff like that. And I guess we're not really good at like wall decoration, like putting up pictures and stuff like that. Maybe we should do something along those lines. Although Hannah did put some up over in the corner. Over here we've got the computer room. This room is very much in use. We've got my wife's system over here. Hope she doesn't get mad at me for not cleaning her desk off, but there is my wife's setup right there with her computer next to it. We've got this piece of furniture that I built originally for Riptide is now holding up my wife's computer and a bunch of other stuff. The blinds are doing their job, working real nice. Got my guitars in the corner, some other things, a bookshelf there. We only put 1 bookshelf back in here because we didn't want it to get too crowded. And then this was a piece of furniture that I got for the office that I was able to repurpose over to here. So here's my desk, which has been partially tidied, but that sort of tucked under there really nicely and fit in perfectly so I could put my computer on that and not have it on the floor, and also not have to have it on the desk, because I got a 4K 32-inch, and then I've also got the 45-inch ultra-wide LG, and with both of those monitors like that, doesn't leave a lot of room on the desk for a computer. That said, I've been liking this setup so far because I've got the sit-stand desk that's going, and then I've also got like the 4K over here that has good color reproduction, and then I've got the OLED over here. Both of these are on monitor arms, so if I need to game, which I have done at least once so far, I can actually just pull that out and center it a little bit more. And then I can game with a 240 Hz refresh rate, which is real nice. Really like the computer room, and again, look at the walls. Look at the walls, they're so white that the camera can't even focus on them. Moving out here to the garage, what was I saying about things not getting cluttered again? This probably looks cluttered. It actually is, I mean, yes, it's kind of cluttered. It's not nearly as cluttered as it might look because I, generally speaking, know what all the clutter is. So yes, I still have some bags and boxes of unsorted hardware and other paraphernalia that still needs to be tucked back away into my storage system back here. But I now have the 3-rack storage system going, which has been pretty much filled out, and that is both storage and also might start shooting some videos facing that direction. It looks much better with the lights on, but I'm gonna do what I normally don't do and point the camera this direction. I was always kind of embarrassed to do this before just because it was, you know, basic garage stuff over here. But now that it's actually painted, never mind that, I'm still gonna cover that up. I haven't gotten to that yet. But with the paint and actual light fixtures and like the light switches fixed on the walls, and we've got a little bit better area set up over here to do laundry. The like garage storage area is now in a couple racks back here that I've been populating and slowly filling up. Still a little bit of space left, but this is like normal garage stuff. It gives us just barely enough room to park our bikes back there. I still have these overhead racks and I still have space on those, so I still have stuff to tuck away up there. Don't worry, there's still more stuff on the side yard. But yes, the main table here is full of stuff that's like projects that are in progress, so no problem there. I'm gonna actually be working on that right when I finish filming this video. And while round 2 of setup out here is still gonna take a lot of work, I'm really happy with how things have come together because I can sit here, can shoot videos, got an AC to blast cold air, or gonna need to be warm air pretty soon because it's starting to be winter. And yeah, for phase 2, which is gonna be next year, I gotta put my shelves up. I'd like to put the refrigerator like down here. I'm probably gonna take this acoustic foam RGB panel thing and actually put it behind these racks to provide a little bit more sound dampening from the front of the house, and also I guess a little bit of RGB lighting back there. And then I'll probably get the shelves installed there and lit up and everything like that. But the space that has come the farthest just in the past couple weeks, but also still probably has the most work that needs to be done, is this space out here, my side yard covered patio. I'm not sure if you guys recognize just how tall and filled in this pile was right here, or like the piles that were over here. And yes, there is still a big pile right here, but I can assure you guys that the vast majority of this stuff, this is empty box storage for computers that are currently in use. So like systems that I have up and running in the house or elsewhere. I've been able to pretty much pare down all the stuff that I am going to be keeping outside for the time being to that. And yes, it's still a big pile, but boxes of boxes. The only other thing that I wasn't really able to like sort out properly is my water cooling gear. So I have a lot of the water cooling stuff out here, but that is at least in plastic containers, so it should be pretty much protected from the weather. For the work I've been doing the past week or two has been to try to take stuff like this, which is my miter saw, as well as anything else that I don't want to be exposed to the environment and the elements, and get it tucked away into the garage. Over here is like my wood pile, still lots of wood to be used in various projects. I try to make kind of like a vapor barrier here with some plastic to try to keep critters and stuff, because that's what happens out here. Slowly the insects, mostly spiders, start to move into the wood pile, and then they start to move into under everything else. And so that's why I have to keep things clean out here, and I need to be able to get back under things to get rid of spider webs and stuff like that. But other than that, I actually have some fairly open workspace to use, a couple tables, still have some lighting gear and stuff like that over here. Still using the part of the cabinets from the previous remodel back in 2019. And look, I found all of our Christmas and like holiday decorations, so those are pretty important. We actually just took down the Halloween stuff, getting ready to put up the Christmas stuff. And yeah, just to give you guys the full circle, got a little bit more stuff tucked away over here. Again, I know this isn't all put away, there's still clutter and everything, but so much better than it was. And then the mini split AC unit over there, which is also getting ready for Christmas. Oh, and yeah, I got lots of boxes to break down. Many boxes to break down and put out with the recycling. And that is all I have to share with you guys for this year, at least, on my home remodel and office move out. But do you want to see more in 2024? I have a second pass planned for my workspace to get my shelves reinstalled, tabletops wall mounted, and to get things better decorated and well lit. If you'd like me to make videos on those projects, let me know in the comments section. Crucial thanks though to everyone who helped me with this project. My editor Joe, my family, my wife and my daughter Hannah, my contractor Michael, all the teams who handled the subcontracted work, and of course, the awesome fans who came to say hello and buy stuff at the fan meetups. Before you guys go, don't forget to check out my store at paulshardware.net for high quality merchandise, t-shirts, hoodies, beer sets, and more. Subscribing to my channel is always a good call too. Thanks again everyone, and we'll see you all in the next video.